All right, good evening. It's 6:30 on November 20th, 2023. This is the time place for the public hearing regarding 206th Street, Southwest Tioga, the Murphy residence.
Pam Larson, the Community Service Director. Looking at, I guess, what I'm assuming, just give you a brief verbal synopsis here. There's been some disturbances by the homeowner or a part of the homeowner down at the property down there where there's been broken glass windows this past summer, and nothing has been done to by the owner to fix it or to repair it. There's a number of windows around the whole house, and doors were broken, shattered, and doors are ajar. Don't seem to be able to be closed. It becomes a safety hazard with broken glass around and shards of glass in the windows. If somebody were to be curious and walk up to the house, or whatever, kids or whatever, that approach the house and oh, let's crawl in and whatever. But anyway, and it's also with the broken glass, if people look at it close enough as they drive by, and for the obviously the neighbors, is not a sight that usually we want to see. And I'm not sure as far as cosmetics, for it up and to resolve that is, or temporarily as far as a safety perspective, is to board it up with plywood and to clean up the glass that's around there, on the property and on the porch and that. There's also some other fence that's been broken down. Pictures, I think, were taken and that show the example of what's there, and it's still there currently. Drove by there today and looked at it, and it still looks pretty much the same. Nothing has improved at all. It violates, obviously, building code, property maintenance codes. I guess. I guess what we're looking for is to abate that nuisance the best that we can to make it safe, if nothing else, and that it would then be assessed against the property.
Do you know how long the property's been like that in this condition?
It's been basically all summer and fall. I'm not sure when it started, if it was in June or sometime, I guess, was when it started.
And I'm assuming you have sent them notices that are gone unanswered.
Correct. I sent them both an email. I sent it also to his cell phone, and to his current cell phone, from other sources that I received from, and no response at all. And certified mail too.
Perfect. Do you have any questions, Tim? I know you walked in at the second after.
Yeah, no response at all from officer.
No response, nothing.
And he has sent two certified letters in different times. One was in June and the other one was in the beginning of October. So he has sent not only emails and phone calls, but also sent regular mail and certified mail to different locations.
Any other questions?
What would be the process for cleaning this up?
Well, it would be either the city would go over there with our maintenance people, or we have a contractor go over there and board it up. Obviously, we would try to do it in a manner that would be the least damaging to the existing siding. Yeah, and trim on there, but there would be little screw holes that would obviously go in. And then clean up the broken glass that's exposed on the exterior part of the building. So there would be no entrance. I don't see any need to enter the building at all. It would be just to secure it. So it'd be the front door, the front window. There's several windows in the back to the bedrooms. I believe the patio door is unsecured. So those would be boarded up. As well as the garage service door.
They're still maintaining the property, like paying the water bill and stuff.
Everything is shut off. He's just abandoned the property, basically what it is, abandoned property.
Any other questions? If not, is there a motion on the floor?
I guess someone should ask for the record if there's anyone there besides Dan who wishes to speak on the issue.
That's a great question. Anybody else in the audience that would like to have a conversation or pitch in anything regarding this resident? From the audience members, everybody saying no or shaking their head, and the homeowner.
You have a question.
Oh,
Give it 5 minutes. Okay, so with the windows being broke out and I think the back door, whatever is open, has been for months and months and months. What if there's animals that have gotten in there, such as stray cats? And board them up in the
Not a problem.
house.
Fire department.
okay.
Somebody asked the fire department to check the house out first.
Can you guys try to call any animals out of the residence while you were there boarding it up, please?
So we could.
So I know that's silly, but what if there is? What if there's a creature in there?
I don't think it is close to a cemetery, so
I
there could be creatures in there. All right.
So just so we have a clear record, Dan, I'm just gonna confirm a couple facts with you because you'll have to put that in your findings. You submitted true and correct copies of all of your notices and communications with Mr. Corey to the commission before hearing, right?
Yes,
And you're asking that those be made part of the hearing record?
yes,
And it looks like your first notice to abate was submitted via certified mail on the 8th of June, 2023.
that could be yes,
Okay, if it's stamped out on an envelope, that's the correct date?
Yeah.
Okay, and then you also sent Mr. Murphy, actually 2 different notices, it looks like via text message, near June 6th of 2023.
that is correct.
Okay, and then you again, gave Mr. Murphy another period to cure or abate this, by mailing October 5th. A subsequent notice, right?
Yes,
Okay. And, I'll just note for you guys and for Dan's findings that there are, copies of the certified mailing receipts and tracking information, and all of them are postmarked and dated. And Dan, you identified, the property and identified the method of abatement,
yes, that would be
and the
2.
abatement has not been completed as of the date of this hearing, right?
No,
And how long, that's one thing the commission does need to know, how long, if the commission finds that there's a nuisance and finds that your method of abatement is correct, and it sounds based upon the evidence that that's probably likely, how long are you asking that the commission allow Mr. Murphy to have to abate following the hearing?
I guess I'm not sure if there's a time limit on that, but I would assume a 5 day, 7 day time frame.
typically we use that 7 days. That way, if he wants to lodge an objection or get in there, I think that it's either 5 or 7, that's the minimum. I think historically we've given 7 days since he's received multiple notices. So would that work?
Yes.
Okay. That's all the questions I have on as long as all this stuff is on the record, guys.
And really quick, just to add one other thing to yours, Liz. We did identify the address as 206th Street Southwest. Didn't identify that that was in Tioga, which falls under this board.
Thank you.
All right. If there isn't any questions, or I'm sorry, is there a motion at all?
Oh, let's make a motion. Okay.
Oh, second.
All right, with a motion and a second to abate the address as requested, no questions. Board will move to vote.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep. All right, so moves. Thank you, Dan. So that ends, or I'm sorry. That was the only thing on the agenda for the public hearing regarding that address. Can I get a motion to adjourn the public hearing?
I'll make the motion.
All right, with a motion and a second to adjourn for the public hearing, no questions, comments?
Yes.
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 All right, meeting adjourned at 6:41.